A powerful array of finely tuned senses is firing up. Her mission is to survive. And to survive, she must kill. She's on her own, and dangers abound. She may be the only one of 13 siblings to survive. But she's a natural-born killer, equipped with an inherited arsenal of deadly weapons and characteristic Cobra bad attitude. Her presence stirs fear as her family name and reputation precedes her. For good reason. Petal might be at her most vulnerable right now, but she's a little hunter in the making, and will soon see just what she's capable of. For she belongs to a veteran gang of predators who rule the reptilian streets of Africa and Asia. The Cobra Mafia is a group of ruthless hitmen, each equipped with a set of skills to run their operations. Unlike most other groups of snake species, they're armed with hollow fangs designed like hypodermic needles, used to inject deadly venom into their victims. But it's their trademark move and iconic shape that distinguishes them from most other serpents. Raising a third of their body length off the ground, they use specially adapted muscles to expand modified ribs, and stretching their neck skin, they form hoods, striking the defense pose that has terrified their enemies for centuries. But there are imposters within their ranks. Cousins who have mastered the move, even employ the hooding, and their behavior behind closed doors doesn't comply with the strict Cobra code of conduct. Is this a family of cold-blooded killers, or have they just earned a bad reputation? Africa's hot jungles are home to high-ranking mob members, the forest cobras. Meet Romeo, Don of Africa's forests and waterways, one of the biggest, meanest badasses around. His species' territory stretches throughout the African rainforests, making him one of the largest true cobras with such impressive real estate in the world. And big guys play with big guns. Romeo's bringing his to the heat of this battle. When it comes to the ladies, he means business. But the prize he's fighting for might not hang around long enough to be won. Fern is a female forest cobra. She's hanging back in the shadows, interested enough but not convinced of either male's prowess. Yet. They'll have to prove their mettle to win her admiration, and possibly a chance to mate with her. Is either guy Cobra enough to convince her he's the one? In Asia, Fern's cousin, the King Cobra, is also working the dating department. And she set her sights pretty high. She's after the Godfather. As far as potential mates go, he'd be the catch of the century. He's got the whole package. His species' title as king comes with a vast territory that spans the forested regions in India across into Southeast Asia, an area almost the size of North America. Growing to over 17 feet in length, he's the world's longest venomous snake. Elongated muscles and tendons stabilize his ribs and lower body, allowing him to extend upwards. When he pulls this classic Cobra-style move, he can look a grown man of 6 feet in the eye. And he packs a mighty punch, too. With venom glands that stretch from just behind his eyes, king cobras can inject up to 600 milligrams of venom in one bite. Only 20 milligrams of venom is lethal to a human. So with one bite, the king can inject enough venom to kill 20 people, or a fully grown Asian elephant within 3 hours. With all that adding to his appeal, he's got his hands full with the ladies. While snakes grow throughout their lives, their skins don't grow with them. Every few months they will shed, like the female has just done. Her newly sloughed skin leaves a pheromone trail as she steers a path ahead of him. Cast aside like a dusty old coat, it acts as a beacon to catch the king's eye. If he picks up what she's putting down, he might decide to follow his nose or tongue. Because for snakes, smelling is more a matter of taste. As the Godfather flicks his tongue, he collects particles from the air and transfers them to the Jacobson's organ in the roof of his mouth for analysis. Like a photograph being developed, this information creates a mental image of what he's tasting. With his forked tongue, he tastes in stereo, and he's picked up on her trail. But the female is cautious and keeps just ahead of him. Letting him get too close could be dangerous. King cobra males are known to be aggressive. If he tries to catch up to her with bad intentions, she needs a quick escape route, or things could turn ugly, like it did for this female king cobra. In a classic case of fatal attraction, the female's got her king's attention, but is he in the mood? Or is she dicing with death? The king cobra has caught sight of the female up ahead. He edges closer to take a better look. But as he stops and raises his body, she seems uncertain about his intentions. Cobras typically strike their classic pose when they feel intimidated. By looking bigger, they can frighten away a potential threat. But he may just be tuning into one of his more unique and little understood senses. What we think of as hearing, for him, is better described as feeling. Snakes have no external ears and no eardrums like we do. Instead, the Godfather feels vibrations caused by movement in the air and along the ground. One way these vibrations can be transmitted is through the body, to the tissue surrounding the jawbone, into the auditory system. Here, the auditory system within the inner ear relays the signal to the brain. The Godfather's seen or heard something that sends him in the opposite direction.